In the bottom left.
You're funny today.
Thank you. We have our Zerg player, very young but very skilled, able to be a pro gamer while going to school.
Leenock for you.
You know, Leenock is not an APM spammer at the start of the game. Like
Is
some
he
of these
not?
guys. It doesn't look
I'm
like
going to
it.
check.
Over here in the
he's
upper
not.
right,
You're right.
we have
Slayer Alicia.
Hey.
Alicia.
Hey.
Don't take this
Hey,
moment
you.
away from Alicia.
All right. Yeah, no, you're right, though. Right at the beginning, it was not going that fast.
You're on camera. Focus. Oh, thumbs
So
up.
is
Alicia.
fighting. Our fighting.
Hawaii team.
All right, I'm pretty excited to
Thank
see.
you, LG Intel and G Skill. You may go,
sorry.
Artosis.
Sorry.
You're screwing up the Alicia intro.
Sorry.
You're talking over LG. How could you talk over LG?
That's what I do, man. I'm just rude. I'm just totally rude.
You're a rude dude with an attitude.
Yeah, man. One day I want to be those stewardesses on our Delta flight back home.
Oh yeah, weren't they just charming?
Yeah.
I'm like, hi, can I have? I'm a little bit dehydrated. Can I have a water? And they just like look at me and walk away and don't come back. I hit the button.
Takes
Them
30
to
minutes
come
to
back
over,
and
man.
I'm like,
Could I?
So
Hello, how are you today, nice sir? Could I trouble you, please, for a glass of water?
well,
No, later.
You'll get water when we bring the little thing with the wheels out.
This is actually a true story, guys. It was a terrible flight.
I was like, listen, I know not everybody likes their job, but we're all on this plane together for 13 hours, and let's try to be a team,
Yeah. All right, so Alicia, just standard opening. Nothing to say about that so far. Leenock, once again, looks like he wants to go for a gasless expand.
He likes the build. It's not a bad build.
No, it's a great build. In fact, it's one of the two I condone, one I don't really condone.
What's the one you don't condone?
On some maps, I can live with it, but the hatchery first against Protoss.
Well, the problem with hatchery first is you're really saying, I am really good at dealing with these crazy all-in people
I can deal. I'll be all right with that. Well, we do see sixlings pop out. That's something noteworthy once again. But what? I guess I'd be okay with it if you bring a drone down with you and you have a overlord over the hatchery and a drone at the ramp trying to make it so you can't pile on them in. But when I see people do neither of those and do it and they get away with it, tasteless. I just want to go over and just pause the game and be like, listen, you, sir, are risky, are rude. Do you understand that you actually should probably lose this hatchery?
No, you're actually absolutely correct, though. I mean, on a serious note, hold that thought. The Lings are actually going to get in. I was going to say, am I missing something?
Here's the thing. This could turn out totally all right because he's going to be able to kill some of these. It's hard for Lings to actually kill a Stalker when they're slow. Bringing out some probes.
Actually, this is beautiful control. He can get every single one of these. Damn, look at Alicia go.
That's the thing about gasless expands, man. I'm actually surprised that he ran all the way into there.
You go, girl.
And
Alicia.
as soon as he leaves, Stargate goes up.
There you go.
And 6 more Lings on the way for Alicia. I think he realized... I mean, not Alicia. Lol. Leenock. I think Leenock realizes, this is probably the Stargate build once again. He has no additional gateways. It's just making Stalkers instead of sentries.
Stalkers.
And here you go, man. This is what you can do against someone who does not go gas first before the pool or at the same time.
Well, I mean, a lot of this centers around the fact that Stalkers are so fast. I mean, even without blink, you can pretty much outmaneuver whatever
they're the
you're
same
facing
speed
off
of a
against.
Zergling and they're ranged.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, you're not killing.
It's like a
until you have
Zergling
speed.
with a gun. Just think about that.
Is that what it is?
Well, no, a laser to be more accurate.
I think
a
Tasteless.
pew
You know what?
pew laser.
Oh my! You know what I think that the Stalker's like?
What?
It's like someone took a Dark Templar's soul and fused it with a machine that's like a Dragoon.
Oh my God!
I think that's what it's like.
Look at you! I bet nobody's ever thought of that.
No, man.
I should get a hold of Blizzard.
Yeah, I should be
talk
working
to
in
them
the
about
lore
this.
department.
Yeah.
I'm weaving tails, man. Leenock hates rocks. Gonna get rid of them.
Nothing I hate more than rocks.
Those rocks. You know what really bugs me? He says. I'm like, what is it, Leenock? He's like, rocks. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm just the same,
I know, man.
Oh, rocks. I hate those things.
All right, the Void Ray is going to be out soon, so that'll give him some map control. And let's see here. We will have. Is there a Hydralisk down on the way, Artosis? Not yet. If you
No,
get
just a Roach
no,
Horn.
yeah, no layer yet. All right. So we are going to have to see if he goes and follows us up with anything else. Sometimes you can get a Void Ray with a Phoenix. And if Zerg only has queens to defend, you can actually scoop up the queens.
Yeah, man.
And shoot them
it's
down.
It's like a snowplow.
It is.
It's the tasteless snowplow.
It is. I was thinking of tasteless baseball mitt.
1-800-TASTE-SNOW. That's what they call, man. If your driveway is snowed in.
You know what snow tastes like, Artosis?
What?
Like cold.
It does taste like cold. All right, we do have some spore crawlers going up. Only one Void Ray. I kind of like this.
It's fine. There's a
the
good variation
threat of
this.
Phoenixes coming are there, but it's safe against people who want to go Hydra against you.
Well, forcing your opponent to react. I mean, he did see Hydraless last time. Oh, little drone, look out!
Drone's trying to get out of there.
Oh, he just gave up.
Just lay down
The
in
pain
the
was
snow
too
and
much.
died.
Lay down in the snow and just give up. And again, the technique with this is to basically do lights out for the Zerg, bully all the overlords off the map. Zerg, the advantage they have is all these overlords can allow them to kind of keep vision over all these areas. And, getting one Void Ray out basically denies that. This is a strategy we did see employed in StarCraft 1 with the Corsair. Basically saying, no, you got to keep all your overlords at home.
Yeah, this is kind of just like a one-gate Corsair opening. Of course, in StarCraft 1, you had to get a DT. With it.
Every once in a while, we saw people that could get away with skipping like a DT just because people expected it.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of a metagame thing.
That's a metagame thing for sure. But
of course, in this game, you don't actually have to get a DT because the Void Ray actually hits stuff on the ground as well.
Yeah. The Void Ray is basically just a Colossus with a focus attack that can shoot ground and doesn't have Disruption Web when you just think about it, Artosis.
What?
When I think about it, an Ultralisk is just a Void Ray that runs on the ground and doesn't have ranged attack. It doesn't have a focus.
It breaks force fields.
Yeah, it breaks force fields. I mean, when
it's
you
also
think about
a Zerg unit.
That's really the only.
Load in a dropship.
That's the only difference, though.
No,
I mean, when you compare those things.
All these units are the same.
That's why I don't like StarCraft 2. That's why I still watch StarCraft 1.
Some Brood War nerd's like shaking his fist. It's not funny.
No, I caught him watching StarCraft 2.
Yeah, that's right. Busted. We can make fun of you guys all we want. We were better at StarCraft 1 than you. What do you want me to do, man? All right. The gold base will be... It might not be occupied, but the rocks will at least be gone soon.
And again, he hates rocks.
I do love the patrol... He hates rocks, man. I do love the patrolling Void Ray. You always want to do this.
Now, Tasteless, we have a ton of Hydras on the way. In fact, we have a creep highway going up for Leenock.
Uh-oh.
Looks like he may be going for an attack. Now, I'm looking around Alicia's base as quickly as I possibly can. Blink is on the way. Robo Bay is up, but no Robo Facility, so no Colossus on the way, no High Templars on the way. And here's the thing, we've said this many times. If you're fighting against Hydra, you need to have either Colossus or High Templar. Force fields will work for a little bit, but they can overwhelm you. You can't just overwhelm with Hydra against the other two, the Colossus and High Templar. So
yeah,
Alicia might be in a little bit of trouble here. It's 122 supply to 93. This creep highway it's looking pretty sick, Tasteless. It's creeping me out a little bit, man.
Yeah,
right.
Dumb jokes are funny for some reason.
Now,
I actually really like what Leenock's done.
Yeah, no,
creep highway.
He's got some sick macro going. That fourth hatch is up.
All right, here we go.
And runs from the forest fields. All right. Getting away. Might target that fourth.
I don't know if he should actually be out here.
Yeah, he might not have quite enough.
I don't actually know what his intention is here with this. He's like, all right, I'm going to attack you with
his intention is to break him, but will he do that?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, well, there's been really good force fields so far. And it looks like Alicia might just have enough, man, but his force fields are running dry. And that's the thing. He does have a few force fields left. And trapping a lot of these in here. Great surface area with the Stalkers so far. It looks
he
like
did get a few sentries there.
And in fact, there's no sentries left. Let me take a look. Yeah, none left, just 13 Stalkers.
He's going to get a lot of Overlords here. It's going to screw up the supply.
It's going to screw up the creep highway as well. But more Lings and Hydras coming in, Tasteless. Will Leenock stop this attack, or will he continue? Again, without force fields, this is not nearly strong, and he does continue pushing up on these Stalkers, but
nice
Blink is out.
Micro, though, blinking down the cliff.
Yeah, this is some very nice Stalker spreading. But he's got to be very careful here. Hydras are pretty darn good against Stalkers.
More Stalkers coming here. Remember, there's a lacking number of sentries here.
Wow.
So
he's even at +2, and here he goes, just moving up, trying to take out as many Stalkers as possible. will not want to, he has to be careful when he focuses any, because if they blink away, the Hydras will chase. Somehow they keep track of what they're attacking, even though it blinks out of existence for a moment. And attacking right into these once again. Still just Stalkers for Alicia.
Note that Leenock Boyu has not taken the gold base. He's basically elected to do a pressure build, which has been somewhat effective.
He's doing around a 12 drone station, so this is the last bit of the pressure.
All right, now Alicia doesn't know that.
Yeah, Alicia has no idea. You will continue to defend a little bit, throwing up some cannons. It's smart, it's fine. Both players going to go up to 3 base. And just a huge, huge amount of drones being made by Leenock. And in fact, Tasteless, on the production tab, we can see Roach speed and an Infestation Pit being made perfect. He's going to switch into Roach Infester, most likely, I so hope, because he's realized, okay, what's my opponent's unit composition? It's Blink Stalkers. And yeah, Hydralink can be used against that, but getting Fungal Growth and getting some Roaches out as well,
it's a beautiful thing, because Stalkers actually die very quickly. Their only advantage is their mobility with walking and with blink, and that's how you always generally see.
Well, they don't walk; they trot. But
they trot like ponies, yes, like show ponies. But basically, if you get fungal, your Zerg army just walks up there and kills it. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tasteless.
No problem. I got your back. I'm a good guy.
So some Infestors are on the way, Tasteless. Good amount of Hydralinks, some Roaches being produced as well. Right now, a lot of creep tumors being taken out. This is very, very annoying for Leenock, but he just made a huge round of drones, so does not want to go out there and risk losing his army.
All that creep work for nothing.
73 drones against 70 probes. Tasteless, you know what? You have to have good work ethic as Zerg. And you have to not mind if someone resets your creep, because if they do, you actually need to maybe even make an extra queen, but lay more creep tumors and do it again. Because they'll only... I mean, even if they remove it each time, and it's harder to spread it than to renew it, I understand. Harder to spread it than to kill it, rather.
Right.
I understand that, but you have to respread. If you just let Protoss do that once, you're like, all right, I guess no more creep, you're probably going to lose.
It's very difficult, but that's something, Zergs are going to have to deal with, is the fact that creep gets wiped out all over the map. You got to start over. Lesser Zergs, even on low masters, you wipe out all their creep, and they're like,
Yeah.
Well, I guess that part of the game's done. I'm not going to make another Hydra for the rest of the game.
Well, Leenock right now with great drone saturation. Both players sitting at about 72, 73 workers, and Leenock taking that gold base right now. We have a Robotic Spade, Chrono boosting out, Thermal Lance, realizing, oh, I need some Colossi. And here we go, he's coming down here.
Here we go.
Not
Remember,
many
no sentries.
Yeah, we have only 2 have been remade so far, Tasteless. That is not a lot.
This might actually be too much. I don't know.
Yeah, once those force fields go away, if he does some good fungals, that Stalker Ball is going to be decimated pretty quickly.
Nice. One fungal there.
And here we go. Moving up is Leenock. Another fungal
There's
going
a lot
off.
of roaches here.
Yeah, there are, and he is just killing this army off. The supply of Alicia does plummet. 178 supply against 100, and Leenock just kind of rolling through 19
but there's no more roaches to tank for now. He backs up.
More roaches.
Zealots that come out, they won't last very long against roaches.
Or Hydras. There are +2 attack on these still. +3 for Alicia is almost done. He's actually got better upgrades than Leenock right now.
Well, he's going to barely hold this, it looks like.
Yeah,
unless I'm mistaken, it's pretty even.
Oh, never mind.
Actually, all the Stalkers are in red.
We have a huge amount of roaches coming in. And as these roaches pile in and kill this natural Tasteless, I think we might be seeing a GG.
I think you might be right,
especially
Artosis.
considering Leenock has twice the supply of Alicia right now.
And he is just trashing this Nexus. One Colossi comes out, Colossus, and goodbye Nexus. I don't think Alicia can recover. I mean, Leenock does have the gold base. He's basically avalanched. I was trying to think of a powerful metaphor. He's lost the game, basically. Expect GG pretty soon here. Without a third base and Leenock having a gold base.
Well, he's got no units either, Tasteless.
Yeah.
He's just playing around with a tiny group of Stalkers. He's like, well, I have Blink.
He's basically playing a bunch of micro machines here. With a bunch of little micro machines, and Leenock shows up in his, his big wheel and just runs him over, Remember the big wheel?
Well, I remember looking at Kmart catalogs with the big wheel in it and just dreaming what it would be like to have one.
To have nice
I remember
things.
that part, Tasteless. I wasn't a rich kid.
Do you ever know the rich kid who, his parents bought him the thing that, it was actually like a car, the little thing he could drive around in?
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, how is it actually legal that guy in first grade can drive around in a little mini
Yeah.
Remote control. Well, not remote control. You know what I'm talking about. Little
Wasn't
electric
fair.
car. It's not fair.
First grade Tasteless didn't have a car.
And then you know that one kid. No, I didn't have one of those. And there's that one kid. He has a remote control helicopter, and I'm like, listen, you're gonna get that lost in a tree in like a week. Your dad is stupid for buying you that. You brat. You bad guy.
Tasteless just taking out all of his childhood anger at
That's right.
being a poor kid.
I was a poor kid, man.
Yeah, man. It's okay.
What are you gonna do?
Builds character, I guess, right?
It does.
There you go. All right, so Alicia trying to retake that third. He does have some Colossus up. Figures, hey, I have some Colossus. I'll be fine. Unfortunately for him, he's absolutely not going to be fine.
This is actually 77 supply for the Protoss against 189. So the Zerg is actually doubling now.
Yeah, the income over 2 times as much for our Zerg player, Leenock. And here he goes, a couple force fields. Wow, that one's not going to help all that much. So we should be seeing GG momentarily.
All right. This is
Alicia
GG,
finally.
the sequel right now, as Alicia gets mowed down.
Yeah,
GG.
there we go. And Leenock ties up the series 1-1. Taking off his headphones. Saying, thank God I tied up that series 1-1.
He deserves it.
Got to take off these headphones.
Rubbing his hands together. And these are the hands of a true Gosu. I am a Gosu boy, but someday I will be a Gosu man.
Alicia, on the other hand, thinking,
It's not good. Shoya going in there giving him a pep talk. Saying, hey, remember when you got all that stuff and ran him over? Yeah, that was crazy, man. Yeah.
do that again, dude. That was so awesome.
I go for stuff. Try to get more bases than him and then make more stuff.
That
so
was
he doesn't
hella gnarly.
It was hella gnarly, bro. It was like wicked sick hella gnarly.
Yeah, man.
Bro, man.
Doing our pain user impressions.
I miss Pain User
I do
already.
too, man.
He's a lot of fun.
That kid was hella gnarly, man.
He was just. I miss Pain User. That's one of the only players I'll ever give a direct shout out to at the GSL. He's looking at home right now. He's like, bro, that's it, man. All right, we're here at the GSL Super Tournament. It's 1-1. Can Alicia come back from that pretty devastating one-sided bashing by Leenock?
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. I'm a little bit scared because the first map was a little bit Protoss-y, you know? It's a good map for PvZ. I feel that way. I think a lot of people feel that way. Second map, it was pretty even everywhere. I like it less as Protoss than I like it as Zerg. But the third map, Belshir Beach, this is a map that we've seen Zergs have great success on. A lot of people against Zerg removed the map.
Yeah.
Alicia chose not to, so we'll see what he has in store. But I think this is a good map for Leenock.
I think you're right.
I'm a little bit scared for my man crush here, Slayers Alicia.
The countdown started. It's a rubber match on Belshir Beach. Leenock against Alicia. Who's going to win? I don't know, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be hella gnarly. Totally sick, bro, dude. So get ready. Here at the GSL in Seoul, Korea.